Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of You Ought to Know Live, seen and heard live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, part of the Hangout10.com network. Hey, it's great to be with you. I'm Dave Serio. Along with a bunch of friends of mine, we talk about automobile advice, giving you advice on how you can save money on your next automotive repair, or just talking about some of the things that are going on in the automotive industry. I have a radio show every Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on DaveSerio.com. My name's spelled right on the lower third, DaveSerio.com. Oh, my lower third's not up. Got to get that up for you. It's DaveSerio, DaveSerio.com. And it's heard on 4 radio stations throughout the Maryland and Florida area. Let's get things started right now with the guys who were first up. Jose Bueso and some friends from Dynamic Automotive in the Frederick area. Hello there, Mr. Jose.
Hello, Dave. Pleasure to be here tonight. I've got a regular here this evening.
And an irregular.
Todd Zimmerman's sitting behind me, and I have a BG representative. He services our business, all 4 locations of Dynamic Automotive. I present Denny Butts.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Denny, good to have you here, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you and I have worked together the last couple years at the car show that Dynamic Automotive has, and you run Big Bubba.
Yes, we do. Bubba's a tool that's been with us a good while. We use it to demo one of our oil products that we use, and it's very entertaining, and it gets a lot of attention. So it works well in that type of atmosphere.
I'll tell you, we sell a lot of MOA at my repair shop, and I know Jose and his partners do exactly the same. It's a great product. It's an easy add-on sale to a oil change, which really does benefit the customer no matter what age their vehicle. MOA is a great product.
Yes, MOA is one of our premier products that we endorse a lot of. It obviously works in the oil system of your vehicle to help control any harmful deposits, to keep deposits down and extend the life of the engine.
Now, I'm going to ask you kind of a loaded question, but it's kind of simple to answer, but a lot of people aren't familiar with the answer. What are BG products?
BG products, just give you a little idea of what goes on. We've been around since the early 70s. We specialize in deposit controls. When I say that, mainly in the automotive industry, specializing in fuel deposits, oil-related deposits in the automobile. We control those deposits and hopefully eliminate them on a regular maintenance interval. Not only that, but we do a lot of vital fluid exchanges. All your vehicles' fluids that need exchanged on a regular interval, we take care of those. We provide chemicals and equipment to auto repair shops to, as a maintenance item to take care of those issues.
And one of the great things is, which a lot of other companies don't do, is you warrant it also.
Yeah, we don't use the term warranty, and the reason is warranty has a cap on it. Doesn't have a cap, I'm sorry, but we have a cap on it. But what we do, we stand behind their products. If you use them and do the service on a regular interval, we stand behind any major component failure of that system, as long as you do your maintenance on a regular interval.
And it does work. I mean, customers of mine that have heeded I guess just the philosophy of how I do my business when I tell them that we recommend these services every 30,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people look at me and say, well, the manufacturer on a transmission says 100,000 miles. Right. And then you say the magic words. Well, how long are they warranting that engine or transmission? And they go, well, 60,000 miles. So why would you wait to 100,000 miles to do a service?
Correct. Yeah, they do, I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but they recommend enough to get it through their period of warranty, along with their main objective is to keep the cost of maintenance down. That's one of their selling tools at time of purchase. When they purchase a vehicle, they like to tell the customer this is your cost of maintenance. In other words, every year it's going to cost you X amount of dollars to maintain this vehicle, and they try to keep that to a bare minimum as a selling tool. But unfortunately, that's not what you need a lot of times to extend the life of that vehicle. And that's where we like to come in to extend the life of that vehicle so you can get a long longevity out of that vehicle and keep performance where it needs to be.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, the products are good. Just like Jasper, when we have Dave Loomer with us, Jasper and BG are probably two of the best products and the best companies that I deal with on a regular basis because not only are their products good, but they also back it up very well.
Right. Yeah, we get a lot of people that say, and the manufacturers too say that, in their owner's manual, they actually state where additives can harm a vehicle. Well, there are some additives out there that can harm a vehicle. Unfortunately, it is that in this industry, but we like to go just the opposite direction, and that's why we stand behind our product, because it does benefit the vehicle. So we stand behind that.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to have you with us tonight. Behind you is Todd. This is 2 weeks in a row, so we've automatically got. I think that's the reason why the sun is still shining at 7:05 p.m. is because Todd has made it 2 weeks in a row. How much have they been working you this week, Mr. Todd?
It's been a busy week, I tell you. We have got work coming in faster than we can get it out the door right now. It's very, very busy, and it's good work. It's a lot of maintenance, brakes, tune-ups, some drivability work. So it's good work, and that's why I'm still here late. And dinner is on the table waiting on me. But I wanted to.
We don't want to keep you too long. You haven't missed too many dinners, though. I can tell.
I don't miss a single one, Dave. Not at all.
Good, hey, I'm glad to see you're working hard and making some money for the boss. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Doing what I can do.
There you go. Speaking of the boss, Jose, you along with two of your partners own now 4 Dynamic Automotives. Tell us about all 4 of them, and tell us about that brand new one that just opened up 10 days ago.
Sure. That location is North Frederick, right off of Bike Drive, and that has been open for about 3 weeks. It is very conveniently located to Thomas Johnson, the FCC, Frederick Community College area, and easily gotten to from Route 15. The phone number at that location is 301-662-3300, and the address is 11 Bike Drive. It has 4 bays and a 9,000-pound front-end rack. We can do all kinds of service and maintenance at that location, general repairs, and we also use BG products there at that location too. And if we have to replace an engine or a transmission, we'll use the Jasper products also. Now the location we're located at is in Liberty Town. That's 301-694-6250. We've been here since 2002, approximately 14 years, and our address here is 11931 Main Street. We're a 6-day-a-week operation. The new operation is only open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But Todd insisted that we be open 6 days a week. I'm hiding through my teeth now. But we are a 6-day-a-week operation here. Todd is off this Saturday. Scott and I are working.
Yeah, first one this year, Dave.
Oh, no, you've been away a couple of times, but maybe this is the first one away where you haven't been in town. That's it, you know?
Yeah.
Very good. And you have 2 other locations.
Our original location is in Newmarket, Maryland. That phone number there is 301-694-5460. You'll talk to my partner, Lee Foreman, and Sarah at that location. That is another 6-day-a-week operation. Mm-hmm. They're open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturday. And then we have our large location in Urbana, Maryland, right off of 270. That location is at 8824 Urbana Church Road. That phone number there is 301-874-8833. You'll talk to Jason at that location, or my partner Dwayne, or Robert in the Quick Loop facility. We have a 4-bay Quick Loop facility up front, and we also have a 60-foot soft cloth car wash that Mike Lambert just goes ape over. He just loves it. Yeah, so those are all 4 locations.
How many days operation is that?
Okay, well that operation is open 7 days a week.
7
days a week, yes. Yep.
Todd, you don't have it that bad. What do you want and you're complaining about?
Todd is hoping that someday we'll be able to. Yeah, the Quick Loop facility and the car wash operate from 8 to 5 on Sundays there. The general repair shop is open 6 days a week from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 5 on Saturday. So those guys are really pushing the outside of the envelope at Urbana.
Well, I got to get the Mike Lambert now because Mike has it in the contract. If I'm not there in 10 minutes after the show starts, he automatically goes home. But anyway, we'll be right back with you, Jose, Todd, Denny, okay?
Thank you.
Righty. All right.
There we go. Troublemaker over here, Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. Did you see him put the contract up a little bit? Say, remember Dave, the contract. What do you got behind you, Mr. Mike?
One of your listeners, as a matter of fact. 2016 Corvette that I've got about the total of 18 hours in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Needed some loving care, huh?
It was shown some love by somebody else at the dealership, so we fixed it.
Have a good evening.
Oh, my goodness gracious. He didn't listen to us on the show and said, don't let anybody at the dealership touch it, huh?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but it was prepared for sale. We'll say it that way. How's that?
I got you. So 18 hours, and is it done? It's just puring for the night?
Yeah, it's all done. I have to put the tag brackets and all back on it in the morning, but it's all ready to go, and he's coming around lunchtime, so he'll get it home before any rain starts, and that'll be good.
What kind of sticker does he have on that side window? Something about a Corvette club or something?
I believe his son has passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
A sticker for that.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. All right, well, I'm glad that he would deal with you and get that taken care of, and that's a beautiful car. I assume it's like a burgundy?
Yes, it's a really pretty burgundy, like a burgundy metallic. It's the first one I've seen in this color. Apparently, it's a pretty rare color.
Huh. And is it a regular Corvette or Z06?
No, it's a regular, just a regular Corvette. It's a pretty car, really nice car.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad. I know he'll be very happy with it.
Yeah, we send when we do this kind of work, we always send him pictures during the process. So he's been happy so far. So hopefully when he sees it in the morning, he'll be real impressed. I'm tickled to death with the way it turned out. So
very good. Well, we're just a couple of weeks away now from the first show of the season, which is the April 24th show. Do you know some of the details on that? You can give us that information?
I don't have them in front of me, but I know it's in Sykesville, near the Bob Evans restaurant. That's as close as I can give it to an exact location. I'll have that for you next week for sure.
Okay, and that's April 24th. That's a Sunday.
Yes, it's a Sunday, and I'll have the times and all that for you next week. And on the radio show Saturday, so I'll have it exactly. But and it's to benefit the veterans, help them with homes and I believe to modify their own homes if they've had injuries and things like that. So it should be a pretty good show. My friend Rod from McGuire's sent us tons of stuff to give away, so I think people will be real happy.
Well, very good. And then on the 7th of May, this is when the car show circuit kind of really starts, that April 24th. They're getting a little bit of a head start, and that could be either a 32-degree day or a 75-degree day. It's not going to be one of the two, nothing in between. But May 7th is the first Saturday in May, and that's our show at Radcliffe Motor Cars, the all-Italian show. Now, that's Italian cars. We allow non-Italian people to be there, but all Italian cars.
Yeah, it's all Italian cars. And it's become one of the largest Italian or collectible Italian cars shows on the East Coast. Sports Car Magazine got a hold of that information, and they're sending all kinds of giveaways and things. And Keith Martin, the gentleman that does on the Velocity channel, What's My Car Worth? He runs that magazine. He's going to make a serious attempt to be there this year, so that'll be interesting. And then Richard had just come back from Amelia Island this weekend and ran into a gentleman that has a collection of Italian motorcycles. So he's going to ship some of those up to Richard. So it should be interesting this year.
Very good. Interested in that. I mean, He really has a great collection. I mean, we've talked about this a couple times on the air on the Google Hangout and also on the radio show. Yeah. But he had two of the rarest Italian cars probably in the history of Italian cars. He had the 1968 Touring show car from Maserati and the 1969, I think, or 67 Touring show car from Ferrari.
Yeah, the 67, the 275 GT. It's one of one with an aluminum hood by mistake, believe it or not, and it's one of 16 with a serial numbered hardtop. So it's a very good client of mine, and he drives it. It's not a garage queen by any stretch of the imagination, but he calls it his son's inheritance, and he's just a very nice man.
Very good, very good. So what's going on in the Shine Shop world? What kind of vehicles have you worked on besides the Corvette?
Oh, let's see here. I have a Porsche Boxster sitting outside for tomorrow. I have the first Land Rover diesel that was delivered in the United States for Friday, which should be interesting. My customer that bought that is a big BMW diesel fan, but since they have problems with the Volkswagen situation, BMW can't get motors, so he had to go to Land Rover, which is a completely different diesel. So we'll see what that's like.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing a recoat on a Honda S2000 on Saturday. So it's a busy week.
So this recoating, you did the S2000 what, about 2 years ago?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
it's pretty much a garage kept car, so it lasted a little longer, but it's time for it to be redone. So we're going to do that Saturday and Sunday.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And ceramic coatings, of course, are the new rage, but you're certainly not what you call a guy that jumps on the bandwagon. You were ahead of the curve and found out how great these products really are. Yeah,
we started. It's more than 3 years ago now, and we were one of the only shops in Maryland doing them. And now, at that point in time, there's probably only maybe 4 or 5 coatings on the market, I believe, and they were all strictly for professionals. And then now you probably got 60 or 70 on the market for everybody from homeowners and enthusiasts to professionals. It just depends on the company you get. Most of the companies now have retail products and professional products, so it's really expanded because it's just the way, I think it's the way to go.
Absolutely. Well, not only are they durable, but they also make the vehicle look great. I mean, they bring out the paint. I'm sure that burgundy Corvette was pretty when it came to you, but now after you polish it up and then you did the ceramic coating on it, it probably brings out the color a lot more than that metallic paint. It did. I was actually surprised. It's an interesting paint because it has a tinted clear coat instead of being strictly clear. It's kind of a burgundy tint to it, and which usually throws a lot of people. They think when they polish something with a tinted clear, it's working on single stage paint, but you can actually see the color of the car because you know you're taking, when you polish, you're taking clear off the car, but it's pretty. At first, it's pretty surprising if you've never seen it before that you get color on your pad. You think you're working on old time paint, but it turned out really good. I'm really pleased with this one. Well, without bad mouthing the dealer, what kind of damage was done to the car from the dealer just prepping it for sale? A couple of scratches on the hood where they took the plastic off, and a lot of these guys will pick the edge of the plastic with a razor blade, and so that you get a scratch here and there, and just basic washing scratches because they wash it with a brush. So it's had your basic damage, nothing major. Very good. All right, Mike, well, hold on. We're going to be back with you in just a few minutes, mister. Sure. All right, I'm Dave Serio. It's Tuesday evening, 7 p.m., and that means we're doing the YouAutoKnowLive Hangout. We do it every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., and it's part of the Hangout10.com network. We've got with us tonight Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. His phone number is 410-833-1632, and his website is theshineshopAutoDetailing.com. I'm Dave Serio. My website is daveserio.com, and you can visit that for news and information that we update every single day with stories from around the country. And we also have, of course, the shows archived and live right on the website. And you can even get a YouAutoKnow app, which will allow you to watch the show live from your phone. So all that's going on. Let's go back to the dynamic trio. Uh-oh. It's just a duo right now. It's the Denny and Jose show. Todd got called by the governor, and he's out there. He's probably munching down already, isn't he?
Yes, he's having dinner. Yeah.
There you go. Good to have you guys. Now, Denny, you've been with BG how long?
Going on 15 years now.
Well, that's great. Very good. And what kind of business were you in before that? Were you always in an automotive business?
Yes, I was. I was an automotive technician for 24 years in a independent shop.
So 24 years, 15 years. What did you do? Start when you were 8?
I actually started when I was 17, believe it or not.
All right.
I was on work study. I started that shop on work study in high school and continued there. And this opportunity come along a little later in life, and it's been a great move.
Well, don't you just love it when you get somebody that's been in the business a long time like you, myself, and Jose, but sometimes they are completely against any additives. I know I've caught this grief for the last 20 years on the radio where people will call me up sometimes and say, I know you told me about these products, and I know they sponsor your show. But that's the only reason why you recommend them, right? And it isn't. But there's a lot of hard-headedness out there, but a lot of it's come around pretty good in the last couple of years.
Well, with the design of the, go back to you said about the hard-headed people. Actually, this gentleman here beside me, him and his partner, when I first started this business, were two of the tough ones I was up against, and it was a challenge. And lo and behold, they both seen the light and seen the benefit, and become great customers.
Well, I remember the meeting in the office when I went to talk to them about, advertising with the show and being one of my preferred repair facilities. And I said, it was like a gang up, like 5 against 1. I said, I ain't got much chance here, Yeah. But fortunately for me and also for them, I think it worked out well, and it's been a great relationship, just like you guys. I mean, when you sell a good product, no matter what it is, and you back it up, it does make a difference. Yeah,
in today's industry, with the demand on the vehicles now, that the people with their driving habits, fortunately, the manufacturers build a dependable vehicle if you maintain them. I mean, us guys that's been around for a while, you never heard of a car getting 300,000 miles out of it. Nowadays, it's a norm, and it can be done on a regular basis if you maintain them to the maintenance requirements that they need. And these manufacturers build them to last with the tolerances and the engineering they have. If you maintain them, it's not uncommon to do that. I mean, back in the day when we was in the shop, you seen a car of 100,000 miles on them. You pretty well turned them in as disposable cars to that vehicle. But 100,000 miles now, they're not even halfway through their life. So, the engineering, the design, the tolerances, the technology of today's industry and the vehicles, you can get 300,000 on with the proper maintenance.
Absolutely, and you see that BG does help that. I mean, yes. I've had customers that have gotten 450,000 miles out of an original engine and original trans, and this one guy, at least for 300,000 of that 450, he'd been using BG products every 30 to 40,000 miles.
Yep. And if he has, then we stand behind the product. I mean, it's no term. It's unlimited mileage. So as long as he continues to do it, if he has a failure and he's been doing it all the way, we gladly stand behind it. So.
Now, Jose, how long have you been a BG dealer now?
Oh, quite a few years now, Dave. I'm definitely a believer, and I just don't service my customers' vehicles with BG products. I service all of my own personal vehicles with BG products. I do the cooling system service through BG. Transmission service is absolutely the very best, hands down, using the BG products. I am a firm believer in the MOA product. I tow a small boat behind my truck, and my truck always gets a can of MOA. Every other oil change I do it. And maybe that's even a little bit too much, but that...
I don't mind every oil change.
Yeah, every oil change.
Every oil change. Yep.
That product has really proven itself to me, without a doubt.
I even put MOA in my brand new vehicles. In 2013, and I haven't done a Hellcat oil change yet, but when I do, it'll get MOA and Ethanol Defender.
Sure.
Ethanol Defender is one of the best things that they've recently come out with, and I use that product in all of my boats. I have a few boats that I run around. Unlike you guys running around in your hot rods and exotics, I have boats.
Well, some of us drive exotic and high performance cars, and some of us sink our money into a boat.
Right, yeah. But BG products work very well in the marine environment also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's still based.
I was going to say, tell us a little bit about Ethanol Defender. It's a product that's been on the market now a little over a year, and I've been using it and selling it to my customers on a regular basis. I think it's great. But tell the folks what Ethanol Defender actually does.
Simply what it does, it's on these ethanol fuel, the biggest problem you have is phase separation. Ethanol is very hygroscopic, which means it retains moisture. So if you can control the moisture in the fuel, you can help control the phase separation. The kit contains of 2 products usually, which is a fuel system dryer, which gets rid of any moisture in the system, and then it has the ethanol defender, which gets rid of any corrosion that has been built up because of the phase separation. Phase separation is very common in ethanol-based fuels because of the moisture pulls the ethanol out of the fuel itself. And once you get the ethanol in raw state, it's very acidic. So if you can eliminate that phase separation, you eliminate a lot of your ethanol-related problems. So, and it happens on a regular basis.
If you hear me coughing, unfortunately, we just got a delivery of some furniture today, and just a few minutes ago, before I got on the air, Michelle decided to Febreze this thing down to whatever she. I mean, it's killing me. I'm the kind of guy that I can't walk into a Kirkland's or a Yankee Candle store because I get immediate headache and I'm dying over here.
Right, the emissions. The emissions get me too now. That's so true. Yeah.
Yep. I've got to be very careful with that. So. Well, Denny, I tell you, it's been great having you on the show tonight. It's been very informative about BG. We appreciate that so much. And I'm looking forward to, if I don't see you before, are you going to be at the Dynamic Automotive Show this year?
I plan on it, yes, sir. It's
okay,
don't want to miss.
I love doing that demonstration with Big Bubba because that turns a lot of money. You know, people see that 54-volt main out there running for like 10 minutes without any oil. All it has is the MOA protection. That's incredible. It really is. And it's a simple thing. The product works, and that engine proves it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So. That is one of the main attractions of the show, without a doubt.
Very good. Well, thanks for being with us, guys.
Pleasure being here, Dave. Thanks for having us.
Yep, thanks,
All right,
Dave.
hang on just a few moments. Going to say goodbye to Mr. Mike, and then we'll call it an evening. Mike, good to have you. Do you have a tip of the week for us today, sir?
Not really. I didn't plan one.
Okay. I like honesty. That's a good thing.
Ask me a question.
Ask you a question. Okay, I'll ask you a question. You were talking last week on the show about the no bucket type of cleaning. Okay. Yep. Now, for your best cleaning of a car, what is the best to have? Or is it best to have the hose and the bucket, all the equipment that you need, or really can you live without any of that stuff?
I think it's always better. I haven't been totally convinced about zero buckets yet. I still like the hose and flooding as much dirt off the car as you can, and having two buckets, one to rinse your mid out with before you put it back in the soap, to just really cut down on getting dirt back on the car. However, I think if you take your bottle of car wash and put it in a spray bottle, and even using the buckets, if you spray more soap on that wash mitt, you add lubrication, which is the main thing. You don't want to drag anything across your car. I think that would work even better, to be honest with you. But in a hurry, now I did do the zero bucket wash on my car last week, and it worked very well. But my car wasn't screaming dirty. It didn't have even mud down the side of it or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm still, I guess, old school is the best way to put it. I like the two buckets and a lot of water. But I'm still going to try the zero bucket out and see how it works.
Well, Denny, I'll tell you one thing, buddy. If Mike Lambert was your customer, he'd be a tough guy to talk into BG. He's old school.
Yeah. Well, I'm old school too, so we got something in common to start out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Hopefully Dave Windward from Jasper Engine will be back in the next week or two. He's doing a lot of home improvements in order to sell his house, and he's got honeydew list up to his you-know-what. So hopefully we'll get him back in just a little bit, okay?
All righty.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being with us. I'm Dave Serio from You Ought to Know, Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop, and, of course, Jose Bueso from Dynamic Automotive. Join us next week live at 7 p.m. If you're watching this on archive, we'd love to have you live, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on YouAutoKnowLive.com. We're part of the Hangout10.com network. Have yourself a great evening. We look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday night. Bye-bye now.